everybody, this is the Vikstrand. So we have these movies that just has this immortal status. They have an enormously high IMDb score. They have won multiple awards. They are considered, you know, ultra classics and must view. And sometimes when I watch these movies, I think that they are good. And I always get a little annoyed by myself because I know that I'm supposed to really like these movies, but sometimes I just find them to be a bit overrated. And I rewatched this movie quite recently and I found myself thinking, well, this is actually a bit overrated. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but it is as good as this movie or this movie or this movie. And I mean, a decent action movie, a pretty good sci-fi movie, and a well-played drama. I mean, none of those movies are considered bad, but compared to The Third Man, the movie that we're going to take a look at today, people should probably say that, well, that's just the inferior movies. There's no doubt about it. And sometimes I also feel like I am some kind of a, you know, uncultivated idiot or something like that, because I have this enormous fondness for stupid action movies, illogical sci-fi movies, big dumb blockbusters and brain-dead comedies. And yet I cannot convince myself that this is anything above a pretty damn good movie. But let's find out more, and let's find out if you think that you're gonna like this movie or not. This is The Third Man. So Holly Martins, played by Joseph Cotten, has just arrived in Vienna. He is in dire need of work. This is a few years after World War II, and Harry Lime, that he hasn't seen in years, have promised him that a job is waiting for you when you get here, buddy. But the problem is that Harry isn't meeting him on the station because Harry Lime is dead. So Martin figures, well, there's nothing more for me to do here. I'm just gonna have to, you know, pack my bags and go. But then he figures out that the death of Harry Lime seems to have incomplete details surrounding it, especially considering that there was a third man present when he died. Who was this third man that they're talking about? And what kind of significance does he have? So he starts to try to figure out what has happened, and he's doing that with Harry Lime's ex-wife, who has her own set of problems because of her nationality. She might have some troubles with the Russians who are poking around. So what's happened to Harry Lime, and what exactly did he do during World War II? And does it have something to do with the fact that he has been killed, and who was the third man? That is the mystery that we're gonna, you know, unsolve in this movie. And I don't know what it is, but Martin is such a boring and uninteresting character. He's not interesting, and the mystery that should be really, really fascinating and something that would really, you know, trigger us to move forward is just a bit boring and a bit uninteresting. So the movie has a little bit of a problem with that, and also I think it has one of the weakest soundtracks I've ever heard, and it doesn't fit the mood of this movie, because the best thing about The Third Man is the fact that this is a movie that is shot in Austria. It is shot in Vienna during, you know, the time that it actually takes place. It's a bit like if you would have, you know, made a movie about post Gulf War in Iraq 1994. It is a type of atmosphere, it is a type of tone that you cannot replicate on a soundstage or somewhere else. It could only been shot there, and the eerie atmosphere this movie has is absolutely spellbinding. That drives the movie. We also have Orson Welles, of course, who does not have that much screen time, but when he's on, then he just takes over and just diminishes everybody else to the point where, when we get back to the more Martins-based plot of the movie, then it just feels even more inferior, and we don't really care what's going to happen to Martins because we're so much more focused on Orson Welles, but the fact is that he doesn't have that much screen time, but when he's on, he is magnetic. And the finale is good, but when Orson Welles' part of the movie is sort of over, then we just have a bunch of more uninteresting stuff. I really love film noir movies. I mean, The Big Sleep, Touch of Evil, Double Indemnity, The Maltese Falcon. The list of great film noir movies are endless. This is not one of them. It's just a bit... It's a shoulder shrug in a movie that has received so much praise over the years. I'm constantly trying to figure out, am I stupid or am I uncultivated? But the fact of the matter is that there is a movie that basically rips off the entire concept of this, that was made in 1963, which was called The Man That Finally Died. And that movie is superior to this movie, while just being called a third man copycat. But guess what? The copycat movie is better than the beloved classic original. That's weird. If you've never seen The Man Who Finally Died, that is a man I really recommend. I have made a review about it on this channel, so go and check that one out if you're curious. Otherwise, I do recommend you to see this movie because it is a good movie and it is a classic, and maybe when you see it, you will see something that I've missed, or you will be able to find something that makes this movie more palatable, or even worthy of all the accolades that has been bestowed upon it. The Third Man is a great mystery, but not a very exciting movie. I give this movie 58 points. The acting is not the greatest thing ever, except for Orson Welles, and the cinematography is absolutely spectacular, but it's bogged down by the bad soundtrack, and it cannot quite capitalize fully on the fantastic atmosphere that this movie has. But it is a movie that is quite ahead of its time, so if you've never seen it, I recommend you to see it. So have you seen The Third Man? Do you think that it is an overrated movie, or do you think that it is a movie worthy of all the accolades that has been bestowed upon it? Comment below and I'll see you next time from Well So and So reviewing, well, such and such. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.